Welcome to NGC News, your monthly update on Northgate Life. If you want information, impartation, inspiration, then you're tuned in to the right place. NGC News, accurate and impactful, shaping destiny, fulfilling purpose.
Welcome to NGC News. I am Tyler Williamson. I will be your announcer for the day. We begin this episode with some brief interviews with a few Form 1 parents where we spoke to them about the impact of the recently concluded Virtual Parents' Day.
Hello, I am Darielle John, and today I have with me Miss Evans. What did you think of the Form 1 Parent Day?
To be honest, I was a little anxious at first because it was 5 minutes per teacher. So I was wondering how that would happen with, how I'd get the feedback about her, especially being that she started online, this brand new school, But I was pleasantly surprised. The 5 minutes was more than enough time for each teacher to give me a sense of how she's doing. So, and it flowed really well. I fully got a sense of how she's doing, which is what I really wanted. I think, as parents not being able to pop in anymore to schools or, getting a sense of your child because they're online was a little difficult. So I am glad that we were able to touch base with all the teachers.
Hello, I am Darielle John, and today I have with me Mr. and Mrs. Mirage. And what was the Form 1 Parent Day like for you?
Actually, it was quite well, not just because the coordination, the logistics, and the overall preparation was spot on, and the communication, but to have it in a post-COVID world and a fully digital format, and it ran so smoothly and still have that value for parent-teachers meeting was fantastic. I think the overall professionalism of the staff, Ms. LePay and all her communications and the advance notices and the links that were sent out really helped to make it very much a smooth transition for us.
Thank you. And Mrs. Mirage?
Yes, I think it was well prepared, very organized. It was flawless, to be honest. And the communication was excellent. We had no problems at all with the feedback with the teachers and also with Ms. LePay. She's been excellent.
Hello, I am Darielle John, and today I have with me Ms. Perez. What was the Form 1 Parent Day like for you?
Initially, when we got the email stating, that we're going to have 5-minute time periods allotted to us, I was a bit taken aback and concerned as, oh my goodness, 5 minutes, I will be rushed. How is this going to work out for us? And the respective subject teachers sent emails prior to the meeting itself. They gave a breakdown of the subject areas, what the students are expected to do, how is it going to benefit them for the term, etc. So that helped a lot in terms of covering the questions that I may have had in the actual meeting itself, right? So I commend the initiative. I applaud that initiative, and I was happy. I was pleased, and as I say, I am Team NGC.
Team activities are not only fun, but they are also developmental and prepare you for life beyond Northgate College. We spoke to some past students about the relevance of team activities in a virtual context. Let's take a look at that now.
Hi, I'm Tumer Youssef, and in this segment, we've brought some of our past students on to talk about their perspective on our NGC Virtual Sports Day. Alright, so with me I have Nathan LeBeau, former head boy of Northgate College. Hi Nathan. So tell me, how has assisting with past NGC Sports Days impacted you as a leader?
I think as a leader in assisting with the past sports days, I was able to relate to students who were younger than me on a more casual and comfortable level, and it made me feel more comfortable, not just as a leader, but when I was younger, I used to feel like, the student leaders were like my siblings on sports day because there was a nice team spirit, and so yeah, that's why it made me feel more comfortable as a leader.
Right. So here with me I have Renee Best. Hi Renee. So tell me, how has partaking in NorthGate Sports Days helped and shaped your view of healthy competition?
I believe that it stems from the fact of the family atmosphere, and what NorthGate is built on helped to shape my views on healthy competition. So there was never a point where you would wish bad on somebody else. You're supporting all the teams, regardless of what team you're in. So that's what really shaped my views.
So with me here, we have Sebastian Rudden, former head boy. Some of you may know him. Hi, Sebastian. So my question for you is, what do you think is the importance of having non-academic events in the midst of a virtual environment?
Quite frankly, I think it's more important than ever. I mean, I read an article once that said, sitting is the new smoking. So things that get you out and moving, like sports, where otherwise you'd be spending a lot of time just sitting down at your laptop, are essential. I also think it's really important to keep up your engagement in other things, leisure activities, walking, sewing, cooking, things like that. They really help to stimulate life, especially since we're not getting out as much anymore. So non-academic in general, but especially things that keep you active, exceedingly important.
Yes, I definitely agree. Alright, so with me I have Daniel Lai. Hi Daniel. So can you tell me, what was a memorable day from Sports Days past for you?
Well, one memorable moment from my previous sports would have to be the year after I left, coming back to actually see and help out and see how much work goes into actually planning some of these simple sports like tug of war, spoon race, the egg and the spoon race, how much work the teachers actually put into it, and I came back to help out with some of those members.
4 teams, 1 school, NorthGate!
That's all for this segment. Back to you, Tyler.
Our next segment is On the Ground. We have Rajan Grant reporting.
On the ground, keeping you in the loop.
Hi, I'm Rajan Grant and I'm actually here live on the NGC campus. As you know, we usually have a lot of engaging sports activities in the second term, and this year it's no different. We've even created some new activities this term, such as the team montages, the team digital flags, and the virtual 5K. Let's take a look at some on-the-ground highlights.
My favorite team activity was the FIFA tournament, because it was very exciting to see players go head-to-head for the victory.
The sporting event I enjoyed the most is the esports event because it was very exciting, and it was also interesting to see who is the best in our school at FIFA.
My favorite team activity of this term would definitely have to be our team montages, because not only did I get a chance to contribute into the making of the montage, but I also got a chance to participate in the montage itself.
My favorite parts of the team sports activities was where I got to see the photo montage. It was really good to see something that represents my team.
I enjoyed taking pictures and sending them in because it was interesting to see the views and the perspective.
My favorite team activity so far was the photo montage because I got to look back at some amazing photos with my friends.
My favorite sports activity thus far would have to be the flag competition, simply because of how competitive it felt as the entire student body got involved to make their flag number one. Surprisingly, even some parents, some even seemed more enthusiastic than the students themselves.
The best part of this year's sports day for me was definitely the digital flag. The drastic increases in likes as well as the constant overtaking by each team really added to a very enjoyable and exciting event.
My favorite part of the team activity so far was the Kahoot, because it wasn't an activity in fact it was physical, but it was more like a mental activity where I needed to use my brain and remember stuff from last term and this term and bring it together to see what I remembered and how I could get more points for my team.
My favorite team activity was the team Kahoot, and I enjoyed it because I was able to learn many different things.
I like cheering on my team in the chat during Kahoots.
My favorite pre-sport event so far has been the Team Kahoot because it was very fun to be there while it was happening and cheer on my team.
One of my favorite sports events this term was most definitely the 5K. Because I got to support my team, it also gave me a chance to go outside. One of the most distinct memories I have was I didn't get a time that I wanted the first time I ran, so I went the next day and I got a better time that I wanted. So those were some of the reasons why 5K was one of my favorable sports events this term.
My favorite team sport activity was the virtual 5K because I did it with two of my friends, Isabel and Delia, on a hike.
My favorite team sport event so far was the 5K because it was very fun to get a chance to go out with my friends and run it, and it was very interesting to see how the different teams did.
My favorite team activity was the virtual 5K because I actually got to do something. I actually got a nice run around there, and it was just pretty nice just seeing everybody else running and putting in that team effort. No matter how much you didn't like running, you'd still go for it just for the team.
My favorite part of this online sports event was probably the virtual 5K, which ended up being a 6K because I forgot to record the first kilometer. But it was still a fun experience because I was able to do it with my mom and my sister.
That's all for On the Ground. Back to you in the studio, Tyler.
That is all for NGC News. You can check out this episode and any of our past episodes on our YouTube channel at NorthGate College, Trinidad. I am Tyler Williamson. Good morning.
Thank you.